Hello everyone, welcome to the class on coordination chemistry. We were discussing isomerism, structural isomerism in coordination chemistry. So far we have discussed hydrate isomerism, ionization isomerism. Now we will continue our discussion on structural isomerism. What is ligand isomerism? This type of isomerism arises when the ligands which are capable of existing as isomers themselves are present. This is very simple. If the ligands are can exist in two different isomeric forms, then those complexes are called as those complexes will exhibit ligand isomerism. During the nomenclature of ligands itself, I have given this example Pn and Tn, where Pn is 1 comma 2 diaminopropylene, whereas Tn is 1 comma 3 propylene diamine. So these two are isomers, right? Pn is 1 comma 3 propylene diamine, whereas Tn is 1 comma 3 propylene diamine. If these two ligands are present in complexes, then these complexes will exhibit ligand isomerism. So that means if ligands can exist in different isomeric forms, then these complexes will exhibit ligand isomerism. What is linkage isomerism? Linkage. This type of isomerism arises with the ligands having two potentially ligating atoms through which they can involve in bonding with central metal ion. That means ambident ligands. Ambident ligand means ligands with two potentially ligating atoms. So that means ligands having two different atoms through which they can form bonds with the central metal atom. For example, look at this. I have given many examples for ambident ligands. Here, nitro group nitro group can form bond with central metal through nitrogen atom or through oxygen atom. So that means nitro group is an ambident ligand. So if a complex contains nitro group, then they will exhibit linkage isomerism. So in this case, bonding is through nitrogen. Nitrogen and metal atom are having bond, whereas in this complex, oxygen and cobalt metal are having bonds. So this is an example for linkage isomerism. Linkage, that means isomerism through linkage. We I'll give one more example. Thiocyanate ion is another example for ambident ligand. So if thiocyanate ion is present in a complex, it will exhibit linkage isomerism. In thiocyanate, bonding can be generated between metal and sulfur atom, or bonding can be generated between metal and nitrogen atom, NCS. This is again an example for linkage isomerism. this cobalt nitro complex can be prepared from hydroxide, cobalt hydroxide. When we add N2O3 and heat it, we will get this pentaimine nitro cobalt 2 complex. What I want to discuss here is, if we prepare this complex from hydroxide, where will this oxygen from hydroxide will be? Say for example, if it is isomerically enriched, that means if it is a radioactive element, then whether this oxygen will be here or it will be leaving when the NO2 is from this group or one oxygen is from this group. When we add N2O3 to this molecule, what happens? This is the structure of N2O3. So this isomerically enriched oxygen will add to nitrogen, and this oxygen will pick up hydrogen, so it generates HNO2. That means initially this isomerically enriched oxygen, it will be in the complex only. It will be in the complex only. N double bond O 2 plus. This NO nitrito will be isomerized to NO2. That means out of the two oxygens, one will be isomerical isomer enriched oxygen. So when we prepare this complex from pentaimine hydroxo cobalt complex by treating with N2O3, the oxygen from OH group will be there in the NO2 group. But if we prepare this complex reversibly in a reverse fashion, that for example, if we do hydrolysis on this complex, if we do hydrolysis on this complex, where if there is one isomerically enriched oxygen, that means if it is oxygen 17, then under hydrolysis, what happens? This OH minus will completely displaces NO2 group, completely displaces NO2 group. So in the product, this enriched oxygen will not be there in the complex. For example, if this OH is coming, this OH will come 2 plus, and this NO2 group will completely leave with isomerically enriched oxygen. See, if the complex is generated from hydroxide, this oxygen from OH will be retained. But if this NO2 group is hydrolyzed, then this oxygen will not be retained. It will be leaving. It will be leaving. Next, we will discuss coordination isomerism. What is coordination isomerism? When both the positive and negative ions are complex ions, isomerism may be caused by the interchange of ligands between the anion and cation. So in order to have coordination isomerism, first thing is we must have both the positive ion and negative ion as a complex ions. If both these are complex ions, then only we will have coordination isomerism. Now, what is coordination isomerism? If the ligands exchange takes place between the cation and anion, as we know, the first one is cation, second one is anion. If these cyanide ligands comes here and if these ammonia ligands goes here, then we call it as coordination isomerism. So the isomer for this is here you may be confused that I have exchanged metal atoms instead of ligands. No, here I have exchanged ligands only. Right. What will happen if I exchange ligands? It becomes CO, CN 6 times, Cr, NH3 6 times. So this is the actual isomer. Then see here cobalt is in +3 oxidation state, 6 cyanides, 6 minus, so it becomes 3 minus. Ammonia is neutral, so chromine becomes 3 plus. But it is against the rules. It is against the rules. So that is why I have rearranged it like this. First I have written cation and then I have written anion. So this is an example for coordination isomerism. I'll give one more example for this. If these ammonia ligands and chloride ligands are exchanged, then we will observe coordination isomerism. So if both the positive ion and negative ion are coordination complexes, and if the exchange of ligands takes place, then we will observe coordination isomerism. Next, we will discuss about coordination position isomerism. What is coordination position isomerism? What is coordination position isomerism? Coordination position isomerism is generally observed in a binuclear complex. That means if the complex is having two metal centers, then we will observe coordination position isomerism. What is coordination position isomerism? In a polynuclear complex, if the exchange of ligands takes place between the metal centers, then it is called coordination position isomerism. See, in this molecule, we have two metal centers. If the ligands exchange from this metal center to this metal center, then we call it as coordination position isomerism. That means ligand's position will change from this metal center to this metal center. So if we exchange one chlorine here and one ammonia to here, then we will get coordination position isomerism. You practice the nomenclature for this molecule. This is the example for coordination position isomerism. What is polymerization isomerism? Polymerization isomerism is not a isomerism. It is here we will have complexes with same empirical formula but different molecular weights. Okay, so we don't have same molecular formula, we have same empirical formula. So that is why it may not be considered as a pure isomerism, structural isomerism, but still we can discuss it here. Here we can have many complexes with same empirical formula. That means one platinum, two ammonia, and two chlorine. So other complexes with same ratio of atoms is called is an example for polymerization isomerism. Here see two platinum atom, four ammonia and four chlorine. So if you take the ratio 2 is to 4 is to 1, that means 1 is to 1, 2 is to 2. So same empirical formula. Here also, see three platinum atoms because we have two here. So 2 plus 1, three platinum atoms, 2 plus 4, six ammonia atoms, six chlorine atoms. So the ratio of platinum, ammonia, and chlorine atoms is 1 is to 2 is to 2. So different complexes with the same empirical formula will exhibit polymerization isomerism. I'll give you one more example for this.